What up? It's your boy Chaotic One, and I am back. Tonight I'm reacting by request to one of Diddy's henchmen, Mr. Tom Hanks. Is he the nicest guy in Hollywood? I don't know. Man, Wilson will be upset about this one. Let's get into it. I'm back reacting to Mr. Tom Hanks. Shout out to TPV Shine TV on the footage, and we're going to get right into it. Let's do it.
Tom Hanks has been portrayed by Hollywood as the classic wholesome boy-next-door figure. But those who've shared a movie set with him paint a more disturbing picture. The entertainment industry is reeling, as the FBI builds another case against Sean Diddy Combs' alleged involvement in a blackmail scandal centered on underage sex and drugs. As the investigation widens, Hollywood insiders are bracing for a thermonuclear fallout that's set to implicate some of the industry's most famous names. Investigators have intensified the drama, warning that Tom Hanks, long upheld as a symbol of Hollywood's moral compass, now faces the prospect of being unmasked and facing a career-ending prosecution. Earlier this week, the People's Voice was approached by two anonymous men who demanded that we stop reporting on Sean Diddy Combs. They made it clear they wouldn't leave us until we agreed to their terms. When we stood firm and refused to be intimidated, their tactics shifted. They offered a substantial sum of money in exchange for altering our narrative. Needless to say, we rejected their bribe and remain committed to reporting the truth without fear or compromise. This incident caps off.
Wow. So Diddy is in jail, still trying to influence the masses with a false narrative.
A momentous couple of months during which everything we've been warning the world about the elites and the entertainment industry has begun to unfold, proving the disturbing realities we've been exposing. It feels like an age, but it has been just 62 days since Sean Diddy Combs was indicted, and his friends and accomplices immediately went into panic mode. Countless celebrities and CEOs scrubbed their social media accounts and stood down from high-profile roles in the immediate aftermath of the arrests, including long-term Diddy confidant Usher and Megan Fox, who has openly spoken about her participation in satanic blood rituals.
Just a few drops. But yes, we do consume each other's blood on occasion for ritual purposes.
Whoa.
Only.
Investigators
She talking about only, like that's cool.
have revealed that Diddy kept meticulous evidence of hundreds of celebrities engaged in satanic ritual acts, including. It's no wonder Diddy enjoyed taunting the Hollywood elite and reminding them that he was going to take their souls because he owned them.
I'm going to take your souls. We have the power. We decide what's hot. If we don't go, nobody goes. If we don't support, nobody supports. We control what's cool.
According to those on the inside, Barack Obama is sweating bullets at the prospect of his past being exposed. Barack is far from the only one. Hollywood stars are now fleeing the US, citing the incoming Trump administration, while everybody in Hollywood understands the real reason for their sudden exits. Diddy party participant Eva Longoria announced her departure last week, and news promptly followed that Tom Hanks had fled to Greece, the land where he purchased a property, while the Isaac Kappy accusations were gaining steam. Why is the former president of the United States spending time with a man credibly accused of underage stars? As rumors continue to swirl and parents demand justice, industry whistleblowers are coming forward in their droves to share what they know about Hanks and his shameful history in Tinseltown.
Yo, it's crazy. I ain't gonna stop at this much, but I just gotta say this. I didn't know a lot of this stuff about Tom Hanks, man. This is a bombshell to me. I'm reacting to it brand new, just like you watching it. So, man, it's crazy. Let's talk about it in the comment section, man. Forrest Gump out here like that, but you know, associated with Diddy, you can never. But let's continue.
About being seen as the nicest guy in Hollywood is that no one searches my backyard for bodies.
According to investigators, Hanks has been hiding in plain sight for decades, toying with the public, while openly promoting the worst excesses of the elite through the use of signs and symbols.
This is creepy.
Look at them. Sweet, pretty losers, everyone. Now, you know we're talking about focus, right? Make daddy love you. Sexy baby. Sexy baby. Crank it up. Earn it. Sexy baby. Sexy baby. You are such a sexy baby. I'm proud of you, proud of you. Yeah.
In 2024, Hanks' past is catching up with him, and insiders from Diddy's notorious LA party scene are coming forward to blow the whistle on what they know.
Man, I've been keeping this to myself for years, but them nights working them doors, it was something else. Big names would roll through. Music moguls, actors, athletes, you name it. And there was one star, the Hollywood guy everybody knows. Yeah, Forrest Gump always had this smile like he owned the world. Showed up to some of them real exclusive parties in LA, the kind where no cell phones were allowed and everybody signed NDAs.
Wow, man, this is crazy. I can't wait to the end so I could talk about this real quick. But let's continue.
The thing is, they ain't even know there were cameras in every room, catching everything going down. One night, I was posted by the private rooms upstairs. People came and went, but Forrest? He went in with a couple folks, including a young pop star who was just blowing up at the time. Everyone was talking about him. The music was blasting, but I could still hear them screams coming from inside, like something real sick was going down. He ain't come back down for hours after that. They say he liked to dress up in drag, wear this big strap on, and chase his victims round the room. Then he'd start them for hours, taking it way past what's normal. When the party ended, folks were whispering. Nobody would say it outright, but the vibe was heavy, like everyone knew something bad went down. I didn't see him leave. And after that night, I didn't see him around at those parties again. They moved me off that door the next time he showed up. Guess they didn't want anyone talking. But I know what I heard, and I know it wasn't right.
Remember I said we were threatened to stop reporting on Diddy and the crimes of the entertainment industry elite? Well, we have an update on that. According to investigators, the FBI raided Diddy's jail cell earlier this week and seized all of his personal writings and letters. They are clearly building another case against him, and his defense team is not happy.
So the Diddy situation just got a lot more heated. He's been committing crimes from his jail cell, trying to obstruct justice and intimidate witnesses. And the FBI, they just raided his jail cell and took all of his stuff. Now, this really pisses defense attorneys off because clearly they've gathered evidence that's going to make it a lot harder for them to do their jobs because he was in there writing notes, probably potentially to send out third party to other people to have them continue intimidating witnesses. Keep in mind that all of this comes right on the heels of them having recorded jail phone calls of him using other people's phone accounts to be able to contact people and have them contact witnesses to try to get them not to testify against him. All of this is super illegal to do. Now his attorneys are claiming that some of the stuff that they took was actually covered under attorney-client privilege. Basically, if you have communications between you and your attorney, they're not allowed to touch that. But the FBI has already countered with the fact that they have a private, objective third party that's gone through and made sure that that's not anything that they're looking at.
The People's Voice was threatened to stop reporting on Diddy. And when we insisted that we could not be intimidated, we were offered money to change the narrative about him on X and Rumble. It turns out we were not.
Wow, this is crazy. Like, I just never imagined Diddy being, well, yes, I could. I'm not going to say that I can't, but I'm shocked by all of this, especially with Tom Hanks. Like, is everybody in Hollywood corrupted in some kind of way? Let's continue.
The only ones to receive a visit from his people. A wider campaign of misinformation is unfolding, and it's critical that we expose it now before it spreads any further. We can't afford to let this narrative take hold and distract from the truth.
2 private investigators just visited a place I used to live in search of me, and they were coming to ask me whether or not I've been paid to talk about P. Diddy and his connection to other celebrities on my show. Now, luckily, the person I used to live with called me on the phone so I could talk to these guys. They did not immediately disclose that they were private investigators. I had to coax that out of them through being quite hostile to them throughout the conversation. But they kept bringing up my content that I made in regard to P. Diddy and his connection to other celebrities. They would not say who they were working for and who had hired them to come and travel around to these different influencers. But they did say that they would be going to multiple influencers who are talking about these stories to figure out whether or not they're being paid by a specific entity to share them. Now, I am definitely not paid to talk about what I talk about on my channel, but they said not only would they pay me to disclose who I was being paid by, but they would pay me more than whatever I was getting to share the opposite story. I don't know who these guys were. I don't even know if they were telling the truth, but they did say there were 10 other influencers that they were going to be visiting. So I'm putting this out there in case this happens to anybody else. And I will be going more in depth as to what happened on my show today in case you want any further information. But this is very, very strange.
Wow.
No amount of money in the world is
Man.
worth accepting
It's crazy out here.
if it means you play a role in allowing the crimes of the elite to go unpunished.
You can try to kill me. Do you know anyone who was murdered because of this? Not personally, but people are murdered for it.
I'm not suicidal. Am I afraid of something? I should be, because bad things are coming my way. I can assure you of that.
The first time Isaac really understood what was going on in the industry was when he was confronted by his best friend known as Seth Green. This is where he admitted he was into pedophilia.
The first time it really hit me was at Seth's. Seth said, we now need to have a talk about chicken. And then he basically admitted that he's a pedophile.
The word chicken has been used as a code word in the WikiLeaks from Hillary Clinton to represent a child. In these WikiLeaks, she had stated, with fingers crossed the old rabbit's foot out the box in the attic, I will be sacrificing a chicken in the backyard to Moloch. If you're wondering who Moloch is, he was a deity that was worshipped thousands of years ago and what is believed to still be going on today. In order to praise him, they would sacrifice their...
Oh, I'm not going to talk about Tom Hanks either, who is also a pedophile. Tom Hanks, folks, is a pedophile. There's this girl, Sarah Ruth Ashcraft, on Twitter, who has been accusing Tom Hanks of raping her when she was 13. Her dad sold her to Tom Hanks. She's been accusing him for months and months and months and months and months. He's never addressed it.
Tom Hanks had posted this Instagram picture a couple weeks back. It states, historic Route 66 roadkill? I hope not. This was a clear play on words to predict exactly how Isaac was going to be killed. It's no coincidence that he was suicided by jumping off of a bridge, as they say, and landing on a highway and being killed by a car.
The higher you go, the more sick it gets. If you heard it's cannibals, yeah, there is cannibalism. Look into Marina Abramovich.
Investigators warn that Tom Hanks might be one of the sickest members of the cult. Here he is wearing an adrenochrome ring while wearing a cap with a crown symbol and holding an image of a small child. It is through their symbols and signs that their true nature is revealed, and this will be the key to bringing them into the light. It's a big club, and thank God you're not in it.
Here's my rebuttal on that whole situation, man. Like, I think that a lot of things been going on in Hollywood for a long time. It's just that a lot of people are being outed now. You know, I didn't really know or hear anything about Tom Hanks. This is my first time reacting to this. I'm a little bit in shock, but I'm not surprised. I mean, it's just a whole elite party of them guys. You know, Diddy, Tom Hanks. I mean, there's countless other people you would not imagine, and it will probably blow your mind. I'm quite sure it's gonna blow all of our minds when we see this. But you know, Tom Hanks has been sliding around a lot as one of them, you know, really clean-cut guys, and I feel like those are probably the ones that are most involved in it. You know, and it's just crazy and sickening. I hope they get all of them who are doing this or allegedly doing this, you know, all the way up as high as like Hillary Clinton. Come on, man. Barack, come on, man. Yo, let's talk about it in the comment section, man. If y'all feel a certain way about it, hit that comment section. Let's talk about it, because Hollywood needs to be exposed, you know, especially for our kids out here, you know, that just want to be innocent and act in movies and TV shows and do music. Shouldn't have to go through all this. But, you know, Corey Haim and Corey Feldman, I believe, have been saying for a long time that there was pedophilia in Hollywood. They've been saying that for 20 plus years now, back when really people didn't care. So, man, it's been going down. And I'm quite sure some of the biggest stars are going to shock you and surprise you when you see who and what. So let's just sit back and chill on this, see what happens. And I will be back with another video talking about some more stuff, man. I got a lot more exclusive stuff to react to. You know what I mean? This is your boy Chaotic One. This is the KMHP TV YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button if you like the video or any of the content. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you're alerted to all the videos that we got dropping. And until the next video, it's your boy Chaotic One.